Traditional grip versus matched grip, which is better? And a similar question I get is, why should I bother learning traditional grip? I have the unique experience of using both these grips for over 20 years, both in my playing and my teaching. So today I'm going to give you a thorough answer to this question and also dispel some common myths about the grips. By the way, if you're new to Brad Allen Drums, I'm a professional drummer based out of Kansas City, Missouri. I'm also a private teacher who has helped many students to master the instrument on a very high level, including my student Matthew Lam, who won a fastest hands drumming competition 2 years in a row. Okay, first of all, before I get into this discussion, please comment below and tell me if you currently play matched, traditional, or both. I'd also like to know why. What style of music do you play? And have you tried the other grip? As I mentioned earlier, I play both traditional and matched grip. Initially, this was out of necessity. I played snare drum on my high school drum line and then my college drum line, and eventually for 2 different U.S. Army bands. Every time I went to a new drum line, they used different grips. So if I wanted to play snare on the drum line, I had no choice but to learn the grip they were using. This brings me to the first misconception regarding the grips. People mistakenly think that it takes twice as long to master 2 grips. This simply isn't true. If you've mastered one grip, everything you've learned, for instance, how to play a double stroke, how to play a buzz stroke, carries over to the other grip. You do have to train the hand for the new grip, but you're not literally starting over. You don't have to relearn all your rudiments, for instance, if you already know them. You'll remember them when you switch the grips. By the way, speaking of getting your hands together, I have some great exercises that I'd like to send you absolutely free. And these are the same type of exercises that helped my student Matthew Lam win that fastest hands drumming competition 2 years in a row. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below to get a free copy. Okay, the second misconception about the grips is that it takes twice as long per day or per week to maintain true grips once you know them. Again, this is simply not true. Once you know both grips, if you simply keep using them and frequently switch back and forth between them, it doesn't take any longer to maintain 2 grips than 1 grip. Okay, let's talk about the advantages of the grips, starting with the matched grip. First of all, the matched grip is much easier to learn. I always start beginning drummers with the matched grip. It's simply much more natural in the beginning. Matched grip is also better for louder dynamics. It really makes more sense to play matched grip if you're playing rock music, metal, country, blues, and jazz fusion, anytime the music is loud, basically. It's much more difficult to play in these styles with traditional grip. Matched grip is also better for larger sets. You have much more reach with the matched grip, and it's much easier to move around a large drum set with lots of toms with the matched grip. It's also much easier to play a smooth buzz roll with a matched grip. It's much harder to get a good buzz stroke with the left hand while playing traditional grip. It's also hard to get the same exact sound from each hand, which is what you need to do to play a smooth buzz roll. Okay, so those are all the advantages that I have found with the matched grip. So why in the world would you want to learn to play traditional grip if there's so many advantages to the matched grip? So this brings me to the second misconception, and that is, I hear some people say that the traditional grip is simply a complete waste of time. That it's simply an outdated grip, and there's absolutely no benefit to learning to play the traditional grip anymore. So here are some of the benefits I found to the traditional grip. First of all, I have much more finesse with the traditional grip. And what I mean is that it's easier to execute subtleties in acoustic, straight-ahead jazz than it is with the matched grip. While you can play the same figures with the matched grip, it doesn't have quite the same feel as with the traditional grip. It feels a little awkward to play those same figures. The second advantage is related. It feels more natural playing with brushes with traditional grip than it does with matched grip. Brush beats were originally designed with the traditional grip in mind, so you can play them with the matched grip, but it really does have a different feel to it. So when I'm playing with brushes, I like the traditional grip. Another advantage to the traditional grip is that it's easier to play really busy funk beats with lots of ghosted notes on the snare with traditional grip. It can be done with matched grip, it just doesn't feel as comfortable and it's much more difficult to execute. I recently heard an interview with David Garibaldi from the band Tower of Power, and he said that he changed to matched grip, which he did to make it easier to get around a large drum set. Then he went on to say that he actually ended up having to change some of the grooves that they used on their early records. He said it was simply uncomfortable to play those same beats with the matched grip, which is the point that I'm making here. It's much harder to execute certain intricate funk beats with matched grip. Another advantage I found with the traditional grip is that I can actually play some of my drum rudiments faster and easier using the traditional grip. I suspect this is because the rudiments were all originally designed around traditional grip, so they feel more natural played with that grip. So there are certain advantages to traditional grip and certain advantages to matched grip. I heard an interview with Jack DeJohnette where they asked him what grip he preferred. He said they both had their advantages, so he preferred to use both of them. My recommendation is similar. If you're a drummer starting out, then learn the matched grip because it's easier. Get good at that first, learn to play all your rudiments that way, and learn to play different styles on the drum set. And then down the road, if you're really looking to keep expanding your skills, learn to play the traditional grip as well, because I really think you'll enjoy being able to use both grips. Okay, so again, I want to mention, if you're looking to get your stick control together, I have 10 of my best exercises for speed that I'd like to send you absolutely free. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below to get a free copy. If you haven't done so already, please comment below and tell me which grip you currently use, or if you want to just comment helpful, that would also be really awesome. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for new drum videos every week. Thank you for watching, and I have a whole playlist about stick control and technique that I know will also really help you. Please watch those next, and I'll see you next time.